Morning, Tim from Scott Country National. Today we're going to be up at Bainlock Deer Park filming through thermal and daytime optical to identify different deer species, to show you how you can identify different deer species through thermal and day for HikMicro. We're going to be using such products as...
Well, this is the Raptor RQ50L from HikMicro, and we've got the Falcon FQ50 to use today. Very similar specs on them, both detection ranges are 2,600 metres on them, similar sensors. The main difference obviously is that this is the rangefinder on it, and also the day vision, digital vision capability, so that should help with some of the identification on the deer today that we're going to film, so really looking forward to it.
Right, here we are today at Bainlock Deer Park up in Dumfries and Galloway. This is Richard from Scott Country International filming with the HikMicro Raptor RQ50L. Now these are a 640 by 512 binocular configuration with daytime optical, nighttime optical detection to 700 meters, and thermal and fusion with a built-in laser rangefinder in a binocular configuration, powered by 3 18650 batteries. Now here you can see him just scanning out onto some seeker deer. We're up here today looking for seeker and reds to do identification from the left, the right, the front, the back, key distinguishing features between each deer species. And he's got that just set up on a tripod there, so totally hands-free now. You can just see on the side there the battery compartment. And moving around now, another device we've got set up is the HikMicro Falcon FQ50. Now again, this is a 640 by 512 sub 20 millikelvin net ND, a 50mm focal length, powered by a single 18650. Very popular with the deer stalkers for its sleek, compact, lightweight design and easily manageable in between the hand. Totally ambidextrous between the left and the right hand. We've got this set up on a 3/4 inch camera plate sitting on top of a Recon CT1 just for the filming purposes. As you can see there's just a red sitting just up on the hill there. This is what we've been filming. There's a red hind up there. As you can see from the terrain, without a thermal device it'd be very hard to distinguish what you could see, i.e. any deer sitting in foliage or anything like that. I think the ranger's just going out to feed them up, so hopefully we should see a few more. But with the technology of thermal, we're able to easily identify that and quickly distinguish what species it is.
Young seeker stag in the foreground.
Yeah.
And that looks like a red up the back.
There you go, see a young seeker there just moving left to right in the foreground, and a few reds up the back. Again, we didn't see that seeker until we moved off and we identified him with a thermal, just going again to show the capabilities and the use of thermal devices in modern day hunting and any other sort of application you require security or surveillance. Now, I'll talk about the Raptor quickly, and then Richard will talk about the FQ50 Pro. So what you get in this is a 640 by 512 resolution, sub 20 millikelvin net ND, and the beauty of the Raptor is in a binocular configuration, so you're using two eyes and not getting that eye strain that you would do with a thermal monocular. It's got a PIR sensor, so once you take your face away, it will go into auto standby. Again, you've got a daytime channel, a laser rangefinder, and a nighttime channel, so it's all bases covered really in one package. Now the good thing with this, especially on filming deer, if you're identifying them with thermal and then you can flick to the daytime channel just to do that reconfirm to find out what species it is, and that's been the whole process of today's filming. So I'll just hand over to Richard now and he'll just talk about the FQ50 pros and cons.
Yeah, just before I go into the FQ50, we spotted some seeker deer earlier, and it was useful going on to daytime mode on this because we could identify the back end of the deer to distinguish between a Sika and a fallow, which are quite similar when you look at them, especially from a distance. It gets particularly hard. But one of the distinguishing features that you'll see in the video from the Sika that we spotted is the different configuration of the anal tush, if you call it that, the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So on a fallow deer, it's a horseshoe black ring that you get around there and a long white tail, whereas with the Sika, it's a heart-shaped black tail shape all the way around. So you'll be able to see the difference on there, and that's when this came into its own and clearly could identify on the day mode, which you couldn't do with thermal.
Was there something around the face as well on the
so you'll see on the footage as well, a Sika has a more pronounced brow across the eyes, but the fallow doesn't. It has a softer feature, so again that was useful for that. And you'll see footage of a stag up on a hill there, and we were able to see the antlers on that as well, and distinguish between that and the more kind of immature and nobbler stags with the shorter antlers on there.
That was good with distinguishing between a red stag and a Sika stag, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely, because the coloration was different as well at distance. And I guess as well, if you're out, we didn't spot any roe deer, but the pizzle as well on the animal as well can be seen with this on day mode, which might be a bit trickier with the thermal. So that was that was good, fit for purpose for that. It's certainly helpful. Yeah, the FQ50 will, I've spoken about this often. I've used it in trial. You'll have seen the YouTube videos on the night vision show. But yeah, similar sensor, 640 by 512 sensor, sub 20 millikelvin, 12 micron sensor on it. You'll see from the footage, it's really warm. We're 20 degrees plus today, where we were spotting deer today, and this this doesn't have the rangefinder. This does, and Tim range found the deer at 319 yards or something like that. And even in this heat, the FQ50 was picking up the movement of the deer, and you can see it away in the distance, and we'll put that footage on. So really brilliant deer stalking tool, this, especially in the heat.
And it's able to distinguish between, I think, what was the best colour setting you found? Was it black hot to distinguish between the rocks and the tree stumps?
Well, I'm a white hot spotter in the, at night when I'm out foxing, but we found that black heat on there was definitely black hot. Sorry, that's the heat getting to me. Black hot was definitely the best for distinguishing the differentiation of the heat signal in this heat. It's really warm, 20 degrees plus, but 2,600 metre detection range in both of these.
Definitely the right tools for the job, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
So you can see there, like, obviously looking through the long grass, we can easily identify deer movement, or whether it's a tree stump, anything like that, through either the Falcon or the Raptor. Both devices are more than capable of identifying and giving you that clear imagery. Now the perks of, as we said before, the perks of the Raptor having the daytime optical, just reconfirm what species it is, or whether it is a tree stump or a rock or actually a deer. So the bonus of the Raptor with the daytime. Obviously you could do this at night time as well, being a nighttime channel as well, so you really do get the full package within the Raptor. But again, the Falcon, just for being out stalking, just for size and weight, that'll do the job as well, as you can see from the footage. So again, two amazing products from HikMicro, very, very similar in specs, both 640 by 512, sub 20 millikelvin net D. Amazing bits of kit for the job.
This thing, really is striking in its definition of the heat signatures, and with that daytime capability, really is quite funky. But these products are both in stock just now from Scott Country and available to have a look at on the website. Tim,
at www.scottcountry.co.uk. Head over there to order yours today for immediate dispatch.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.